My buddy Shane Carter, who was a guy who actually helped me get through the deal the right way, I was like, man, like now that I thought this whole thing was done, they said I got to send out letters to everybody that lives within a certain vicinity of there. And I got to put a sign on the major street. And I got to be at the thing at Tuesday at 7 o'clock at town hall. And he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, well, what if people show up and they're upset? He's like, oh, they're going to be. He's like, it's fun. He's like, you're going to get angry people. So talk a little bit about that. Cause that's a thing I don't think enough people get to that point in the deal where you just have people that, like we've been saying the whole time, don't like change. And now they're going to show up on Tuesday at 7 o'clock and then go, Cody, I don't like you. I don't like your project, not in my town. And it's just part of the process. But you have found out many creative ways to put that at ease and really work with people instead of against them. So talk about the magic there, winning over the restless natives.
Yeah. So NIMBYs, they're called not in my backyard, right? So that very common, right? Like very common for you to have opposition, right? But one of the things that you should try to do is identify the neighbors that are going to throw you opposition and try to befriend them before any hearing ever happens. All right. Next thing that's unfortunate is that, so city council, mayors, whatever, they're elected officials. Okay. So what the community thinks of them matters, right? A lot of NIMBYs, it's obviously hypocritical because they think they have a right to live there, but no one else does. And if it wasn't for someone like me, their home wouldn't exist. So it's obviously hypocritical, right? Here nor there. A lot of their opposition is off of emotion or feeling. It's not actually based on law or code. Okay. And thank Jesus, in 23 years, any project I've ever attempted to get approved, I've gotten approved. Okay. But NIMBYs are very common. The reason I believe we have that success rate is because, one, we've figured out we got to leave our ego at the door. Okay. So regardless of what law or code says, if I'm willing to leave my ego at the door, and I know that the politicians are going to listen to the community at some level because they were elected, how do I navigate this? Well, the way I navigate this within reason is what wins can I give to the community? And by law or code, I might not even have to do it, but who cares? If the project gets approved and it's still a successful project and it works and the math works, bro, leave your ego at the door. Throw the community a bone, even though you don't have to get across the finish line. Like, pick your freaking battles. Like, you can't let your ego, you got to pick your battles, right? And the other thing is, how do I make politicians look good? How do I make it look like they got their pound of flesh out of the developer, which then allows the community to support it more because it looks like we got that greedy, wealthy developer. And so if you're willing to be creative, think outside the box, and where there's a will, there's a way, and just set law and code aside for a second, right? That's how you get these projects approved, is that you just got to accept neighborhood opposition is going to happen. But what am I willing to do to show that I'll do what I can within reason to please everybody within reason? And by the way, you're never going to please everybody, right? So that's my answer to your question.